Hey everybody, today we are working on lesson 17, modeled instruction and guided instruction. So you know that we usually do these two pages together, and this is lesson 17, evaluating an argument. Okay, so we talked about, sorry I'm scrolling around like crazy. An argument is a text that explains why an author's purpose or position on an issue is valid. Okay, so they are defending themselves. Their claims are the statements that he or she believes to be true, and then their evidence is information that supports that claim. So let's go down to the model instruction. Okay, the following is an excerpt from a speech about meeting the energy needs of the United States. This is from, and remember, from means that it's just part of it, the speech called A Generational Challenge to Repower America. And this speech was by Al Gore. Now, you may not know who Al Gore is, so I did a quick Google search for you, which you can easily do. So I'm showing these to you as examples. Who's Al Gore? He was an American politician and environmentalist, so this was important to him. And he served as the 45th Vice President of the United States from 1993 to 2001. I don't remember him, but he was president during my lifetime. I was just really young. Okay. Let's get started. What if we could use fuels that are not expensive, don't cause pollution, and are abundantly available right here at home? We have such fuels. Scientists have confirmed that enough solar energy falls on the surface of the Earth every 40 minutes to meet 100% of the entire world's energy needs for a full year. Tapping just a small portion of this solar energy could provide all of the electricity America uses, and enough wind power blows through the Midwest corridor every day to also meet 100% of U.S. electricity demand. Geothermal energy, similarly, is capable of providing enormous supplies of electricity thermally. Okay, so let's look at the first sentence. It says, what if we could use fuels that are not expensive, don't cause pollution, and are abundantly available right here at home? That sounds like a dream come true. Let's look at the three different types of renewable resources that they talk about. So, where are they? All right, solar energy, wind power, and then geothermal energy. Now, geothermal energy may be something that you've never heard of. So once again, I did a quick Google search for you. Geothermal energy is heat derived within the subsurface of the Earth, so below the Earth. Water and or steam carry the geothermal energy to the Earth's surface. Depending on its characteristics, geothermal energy can be used for heating and cooling purposes or be harnessed to generate clean electricity. All right, let's look at this part. Explore how to answer this question. The excerpt follows a section of the speech in which Gore makes claims about the dangers of relying on expensive foreign oil. What is Gore's claim in this part of the speech? Here, it's important to identify or infer the speaker's claim about other energy generating options. In this case, the claim is made in the form of a question. So his claim is this first sentence. Y'all, I'm not used to talking this much. It's stressful. It's like I'm losing my voice. Okay, what if we could use fuels that are not expensive? We all know that gas usually costs a lot. Right now, it's really cheap thanks to the coronavirus. Don't cause pollution, so we know that that can cause pollution, and are abundantly available right here at home. We know that we don't get all of our gas here in America, so that would be really nice if we could just have it here with us already. So our claim, we should use fuels, or his claim, we should use fuels that are cheaper, cleaner, and more easily accessible than foreign oil. Okay, and then it wants us to provide two pieces of evidence from the text that show that. Let's look in the two main paragraphs right here. We have such fuels. Okay, what are they? Scientists have confirmed that enough solar energy falls on the surface of the Earth every 40 minutes to meet 100% of the entire world's energy needs for a full year. That's wild. Tapping just a small portion of the solar energy could provide all of the electricity America uses. This uses numbers, 40 minutes, 100%, entire world, full year. Okay, so we've got some numerical evidence right here. So let's underline that one. And then our next piece of evidence we'll find in this paragraph. And enough wind power blows through the Midwest corridor every day to also meet 100% of U.S. electricity demand. Geothermal energy, similarly, is capable of providing enormous supplies of electricity for America. Okay, I would say either one of these would work. We're going to go with this one. So you can just write those down here, or you can draw an arrow. Okay, let's move on to the next page. The guided instructions. So this is continuing the excerpt from Alcor's speech. Give me just a second. Use a close reading and a hint to help you answer the question. So we're going to read it first and then we'll do the close reading. Okay, so the quickest, cheapest, and best way to all this renewable energy is to reduce production of electricity. In fact, you can start right now using solar power, wind power, and geothermal power to make electricity. So to make this exciting potential a reality, as soon as all the nation's we need a new start. That's what I'm proposing today. A strategic initiative designed to free us from the that are holding us down and to regain control of our own destiny. It's not the only thing we need to do. This strategic change is the linchpin of a bold new strategy needed to repower America. There is one word in here it is linchpin. So I Googled it for you. Why? Because I love you. And a linchpin is a person or thing vital to an enterprise or organization. So what does it say is vital right here? Necessary. This strategic challenge is necessary, is the necessary thing of a bold new strategy needed to repower America. So what is the strategic challenge? An initiative designed to free us from the crises that are holding us down and to gain control of our destiny. So what is this initiative that he's talking about? If we go back up, the quickest, cheapest, and best way to start using all of this renewable energy is in the production of electricity. So that is what his strategic initiative is. He is saying that renewable energy is the linchpin of a bold new strategy needed to repower America, because we wouldn't have to use all the things that we normally use for electricity. Okay, let's do the close reading. In this section, Gore introduces a new claim recommending a way to begin using renewable energy. That would be the claim right here, this first sentence. And instead of underlining it, hold on. Lord have mercy. There we go. Okay, there's our claim. What evidence does Gore provide to support this claim? Underline details that support his claim. Okay. In fact, we can start right now using solar power, wind power, and geothermal power to make electricity for our homes and businesses. So, hold on just a second. We need a new start. I'm proposing a strategic initiative designed to free us from the crises that are holding us down and to regain control of our own destiny. It's not the only thing we need to do, but it's the linchpin. Okay, so we could say that he's calling it the linchpin. That's important. Okay, and then we need a strategic initiative designed to free us from the crises that are holding us down and in order to regain our own destiny. And then there's a button for my face. We can use solar power, wind power, and geothermal power to make electricity for our homes and businesses. But let's look at this. How well does the author support his claim that the best way to begin using solar, wind, and geothermal power is to make electricity? In a valid argument, the evidence must be sufficient to prove the claims. Does Gore provide enough evidence? Let's look at what we've underlined. The linchpin says that it's important. Does he really explain that? No. He says that we need what he's proposing, a strategic initiative designed to free us from the crises that are holding us down and regain control of our destiny. So he says it will help us control our future. And these are the three things that we can use. Let's look at our question options. I think those are okay, but I'm not feeling too crazy though. So let's see. Okay, how well does the author support his claim that the best way to begin using solar, wind, and geothermal power is to make electricity? Let's look at these. The first two say he supports it well because, and the last two say he supports it poorly because. So let's look at the differences. Let's actually look at all the reasons first. The energy crisis is holding us back. Does he say that? He does say that. He proposes a new strategy. Does he say that? A new energy strategy. Yes, he does say that. But he says that the strategy is to use the quickest, cheapest, and best way, which is renewable energy to produce electricity. So the strategy is not evidence, it's the claim. So we can't use that one because it's the claim. He does not say why this way is best. Does he say why renewable energy is better than any other one, any other type of energy? Truly solve our nation's problems. It's the linchpin of a bold new strategy needed to repower America. But does he give real reasons to that? Does he tell us why it would solve our problems? Does he tell us why it's so important, needed to repower America? Let's look at choice D. These energy sources are not actually forms of renewable energy. Are solar power, wind power, and geothermal power renewable energy? Can they be used again? Yes. So this one is clearly out of the question because it's just false. And he supports it well because okay. This one's wrong because it shows the claim, not evidence. He proposes a new energy strategy. That's his claim right here. The quickest, cheapest, and best way to start using all this renewable energy is in the production of electricity. So B and D are out. Okay, so this one says he supports it well. This one says he supports it poorly. Let's look at the reason. The energy crisis is holding us back. Does he explain why the energy crisis is holding us back? No. So let's look at C. He does not say why this way is best. Does he tell us why we should use renewable energy over any other energy? Unfortunately, no. So he does a poor job at it. So our answer is C. What was I going to say? I just forgot. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. I agree that renewable energy would be awesome. It would help. I agree with him, but just because I agree with him does not mean that he's shown enough evidence. If he had listed reasons why reasons why renewable energy is better than any other energy source, then he would have more evidence. Therefore, he would better support his claim and his argument would be more valid. But the evidence is not sufficient enough to prove his claims. He does not provide enough evidence. And the things that he says are kind of opinions. It's the linchpin. That's kind of his opinion. Truly solve our nation's problems. Can anyone really say one thing would really solve our nation's problems? Those are kind of opinions. So even though I do think he was trying to make a good point, I think he definitely should have used more evidence. All right, I will see y'all on the next lesson. Oops, I forgot one thing. Okay, we talked about all this. Look at the answer that you chose, citing text evidence, explain why you chose this answer. So just tell me why this answer is correct and type it right there. You know, you can click the little box and just start typing. Okay. And the next lesson that we will do is on the guided practice, and it's 2 pages as usual, and I'll help you along with that, and then I'll make a video for the independent practice. All right, love you. Bye.